Would be really nice if we had the option to, stop the combat tips from coming up, so this would fit on the screen. Instead, I'll just have to go slightly over to the side and then move that round there, and then try and get that to the Azothane. Yes, this two-handed nikana can be purchased for its 50 pathos clamp for the blueprint for this, so you can actually kind of build it. It will require, though, 5 Maofang, 30 Rune Marrow, 40 Yao Shrub, and 100 Sagan Pearls. It's not that bad. The Rune Marrow might be slightly annoying and may annoy you quite a bit. But think about how bad it was when this was first added, when boosters didn't work, and you basically got 1 per round. Maybe 2 if you were lucky. Yeah, took forever to get those things. At least you can get them easier now than you could when Duviri first kind of launched. But it does have a slight bit of competition here because, well, we have the pennant that it's slower. It may do more damage, but it's slower. The Tatsu, which I do prefer over all of them, but only in its prime form, because in its prime form it is better than this weapon in every single way humanly possible. Tenui possible. Yeah. That is what all two-handed nikanas inspire to be. It's okay though, some of the best weapons do appear at the top of the list. There will be slight issues to this when it comes to actually modding it because, yeah, we'll get there in a second. There is exactly 1 aura stance for two-handed nikanas. This also confirms that it is a two-handed nikana because people, when I did the update video, turned around and said, it's not a two-handed nikana, it's a normal nikana. It's not, it's a two-handed nikana. Look, it even uses the stance for it. Building this thing for crit? Oh wow, did not see that coming. At all. This is basically the build I'm going to be using on this, but I will have a V polarity there, and there. I don't know what will be going into this slot at all. Could you just go to normal mods, please? Thank you. I'm tempted on swapping out primed pressure point for a different reason. What kind of a different reason, you may be asking? Well, as you can see, Blood Rush is in here for 40% crit chance stacks with the multiplier combo. The more damage you do, the more hits you get, the higher the crit chance will be. That's already 108.8 with a 7 times crit multiplier and almost 50% status, hence the reason it has these in, hence the reason they will be format, because yeah, that doesn't fit. It's more this side of things. Just pretend you didn't see that there. I forgot to put the stance in there, but same thing would go if you had these in other places. But yeah, the difference between running sacrificial pressure and primed pressure point is kind of huge, but only on the crit side of things. Because if we take it off, the damage does go up by 40, but the crit chance drops by 19. That is straight up nuts. Wait. Yeah. Had to question that for a second there. And I'd rather have the extra crit chance if I'm being honest, so I would like to run it that way. I am not spending Umbra Former on this, so will in fact be leaving it like this, and probably putting, to be fair, Gladiator Rush in there, because 10% crit chance per combo multiplier. It is basically Blood Rushed. I mean, quite literally, it's the same mod. Crit chance stacks with combo multiplier, crit chance per combo multiplier. Yeah. Them two kind of do exactly the same thing, which is going to increase the crit chance, and I want more damage from this, but we'll see in the future. And no matter how you go around it, this thing's actually quite a very good two-handed nikana. I do not use it that much in Duviri though, which is kind of a problem. I tend to stick with Sun and Moon. Because we waited so long to get Sun and Moon, it's the main reason I have ignored most of these weapons to date. I could not tell you offhand if I actually ever did the video on Sun and Moon because we waited so long to get it, but it meant I just don't use this weapon in Duviri with the operator. I use it with the Warframe. Just the Warframe. I do not use this inside of Duviri, which means I have to throw it up against the other melee weapons that are available for Warframes, rather than comparing it to which weapon is best for use of the operator. Sorry, Drifter. As a big fan of dual-wielding melees, it would have to be Sun and Moon every time, but I'm leaving that for a different time. Yes, I am aware it's October, and this thing technically came out in April, but I recently remembered these things existed. Kind of only leveled this one up, and that concludes the amount of weapons from Duviri I kind of played with. I think there's this one and one other one. And I didn't touch the rest of them. The last one they added, still sitting there. I need to get to that one, but before that I thought we'll just quietly knock these out and actually get to use them. And to be fair, considering I haven't touched this thing since May, not a big surprise. It's still slightly worse than the Tatsu Prime, which is the big downside to this weapon. Yes, it is great to have a two-handed nikana you can use in Duviri. It is fun. Sun and Moon is better in my opinion. When it comes to using it outside of Duviri, the fact that Tatsu Prime exists cannot be overlooked here. I've always loved the Tatsu. The fact that the Tatsu Prime is there, I'm going to choose that pretty much every time, which left this thing in a realm of limbo where it's just sat there, unused. Is it worth getting? Yes and no. Yes, it is worth getting it to try it, and obviously for the mastery points. Is it worth using it the rest of the time? Yes, solely down to the fact that it looks nice. It's no Tatsu Prime, but it does look nice. It does have some really nice stats to it. I love the two-handed nikanas. But it's no Sun and Moon. And after waiting for so long for Sun and Moon, this weapon would have been so much better if they had have released it 3 or 4 weeks after Duviri launched, where it would have left an impression, instead of releasing it at the same time Sun and Moon did, where, as forementioned, it's October, this thing was added in April. It left such an imprint, forgot about it. And you know what? With that, we'll leave this off here. Thanks for watching, I'll catch you next time.